Kat, you get excited just hearing his voice.
I know, he's great.
We must talk. This woman has been called the embodiment of every passion-filled, lustful lyric Prince has sung. But Kat is more than just sexy. She is also the female counterpoint to Prince in his new concert movie, Sign of the Times. And our other guest, Gregory Brooks, is a former bodyguard of Prince who now sings backup in the band. Now, joining us to talk about Sign of the Times, themselves, and Prince is the beautiful Kat and the talented Gregory Brooks. We could have called you beautiful, too, but it just wouldn't seem right coming from me.
Well, I'm sure.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Kat, you really do get excited. All during the video, you're just looking at it, you say, God, he is bad.
He
Prince,
is.
I mean, it's like you're a fan. It's not like you work with this man every day.
I am a very big fan. Probably the biggest.
Is that right?
Yes.
Have you been a Prince fan for a long time?
Yes, from the very first album, since Soft and Wet.
Wow.
Yes.
It is a long time.
Oh, yeah.
So what was it? How did this relationship come about, you working with Prince?
I've always wanted to dance with him, but it was never the right time. And I finally got to meet him in a club in L.A., and he asked me to dance, and I said, sure. I was really excited. I'm going, this isn't happening. He's not asking me to dance. And I was so excited when he asked me, and I said, sure, I'll dance with you. And we danced, and it was really nice. It was great. It was like the Twilight Zone. Everything was in slow motion. I couldn't believe it because he's incredible.
I watched you two guys dance, you and Prince, at this party we had at Paisley Park Records in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
And you both can dance. I mean, not just Prince, you got some moves yourself.
Yeah, it's the chemistry.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I went over to Prince and I said, is that Kat? He said, yeah, you want to meet her? I said, hey, I want to dance with her. One of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life. I mean, you do some unfair stuff. I mean, anything around is like a prop for you. I'm not used to dancing with people that use props.
That's the fun part about dancing. Everyone dances the same, so why not do something unusual?
Yeah, well, you do get very unusual. How did you hook up with Prince?
Well, like they said, I was security for Prince, which that wasn't my thing, And the smartest move he ever could have made in his life, I think, was to put me on stage with him. That's what I think.
Where'd you get your modesty from? From your mother's side or your father?
From my dad.
The soul pastor.
Yeah.
His father was a disc jockey in Detroit. When I used to work in Detroit, he was, as a matter of fact, he was very inspirational for me getting into this business. Okay. Your father was, so please tell him hello.
I will.
I had no idea at the time he'd have a son that turned out like this, though.
Well, it runs in the family here.
You're a wild man. Where'd you get this hat from?
Well, let me straighten one thing out first. This is not a hat. This is Frank. That's my mellow man. That's right. That's my partner.
That's Frank.
That's Frank.
Okay, where did you get Frank from?
Frank comes from my dad. Okay. Also, when I was young.
I won't ask you where your dad got Frank, but I just assume Frank's been around a long time.
Long time.
Okay. And so how did you initially get hooked up with Prince as a bodyguard? You're from Detroit.
Right,
We should establish
from Detroit.
that. And is that where you met Prince, in Detroit?
No, I met Prince through Billy Sparks. I used to work for Billy Sparks and Quentin Perry. Mm-hmm. And I did security for those guys on tour. And finally we did a Prince tour, and that's how.
Okay. We've had Billy Sparks.
Yeah, security thing, that wasn't happening. I wanted to be up there with him. So I performed off stage while he was performing on stage.
Oh, really?
I had my little section over here. People watching me. Forget Prince. Look at there. Me and Wally, look at there.
Come on.
Yeah. Would I kid you?
Well, I'm going to ask Kat about that. Is that true, Kat?
I don't know. Okay. I wasn't around then.
Would y'all get Prince on the phone? Let's ask him.
Ask him. He'll tell you.
Okay.
He wasn't much of a security guy, were you, Brooks? No, but I'm a hell of an entertainer, ain't a Prince.
Now, I think it's very interesting how it was like with the time, Jerome all of a sudden finds himself as part of the show with the time.
Right.
And then later he's a star in a movie with Prince. I mean, these are people that just not likely candidates to become co-stars. And the same thing with you. You're a bodyguard. Now all of a sudden you're in the movie.
Well, I was always a candidate. To become a star. So there you have it. Ain't that right?
Kat, we saw you on Star Search before, didn't we?
Yes.
How well did you do?
I actually did pretty good. I won 7 out of 8 times, 2 perfect scores, and I lost the finals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
How'd
that's
you feel
okay.
when you lost? You sound like a news anchor asking a question like that.
No, I didn't feel bad because I didn't think I would go that far. And besides, the reason I was on the show was so someone could actually see me and help me out in my career. Unfortunately, the person I did want to see me never saw me.
Who was that?
Prince.
So are you telling me that you went on Star Search with that in mind? That you looked at this as an opportunity
maybe he
for
would
Prince?
see this, and because I've always wanted him to see me dance.
You know, you're a fan in the truest sense.
Yes.
I mean, that's short for fanatic. You sound like you're a fanatic for Prince.
No, it's just that I admire him so much. It's like, it's not so much of his music and himself. I've been into him since the very first album, and I never wanted to touch him or hurt him on stage. I just wanted to be up there with him because he gave me so much energy and inspiration.
Why do you like him? What is it about Prince that you like?
It's his style. He's very smart and he's real creative. He's a perfectionist, which I really adore that about him. And the way he dressed, I love the way he dresses. It's great.
Is there anything romantic going on between you and Prince?
They're no.
Come on, Kat, you giving us that? This is too much Hollywood now. All those No.
Have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't. Not yet.
Oh, you haven't seen?
No, I haven't.
Huh.
Well, you really wouldn't know, would you?
You wouldn't know. Well, go see the movie.
The movie will answer my question.
Yes, it will.
For sure.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So what
Maybe
we see
you'll
in the
get a
movie
better-
is real.
Yes,
Definitely real.
it is. It's very real.
Well, we have a clip from the movie that I want to take a look at. I don't know if the question will be answered in this clip or not, but we're going to take a look at it right now. This is from the new movie, Sign of the Times, Prince, Kat, and Brooks.
What was that?
All right, that's hot. So this movie is all concert footage, right? There, you want to understand, there's, not any kind of dramatic story or anything going on.
There's
It's
a
concert
dialogue.
movie.
There is a dialogue.
Oh, there is dialogue.
Yes.
There's actually a story.
You did it. What is the story?
Well, it just tells about a relationship and the things that should be right in a relationship, love and trust, and he doesn't want to give me that.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps treating me wrong. He's being pretty mean.
I'm not a mean guy.
Oh, whose relationship are we talking about here?
Ours.
The two of you.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a third party involved.
There's a third party.
Which is Prince.
Mm-hmm. And he wants to give me all these things that he doesn't want to give me.
But I give her when I'm able to give her.
Uh-huh.
Which isn't much.
A little time on it here.
Yeah. Well, you pick some tough people to compete with.
Well, I'm just
with
as
Prince.
tough now. I'm even tougher, matter of fact, if you want to put it truthfully.
Is that right? If the lady had a druthers, then she'd druther you, huh?
I think Prince thinks he's competing with me.
He's watching this show now. Prince has a reputation for firing people.
Yeah, he does. He does. But why do you think I've been around so long?
He must love it.
You got it.
Okay, we got another clip from the movie right now. This is from Sign of the Times, Prince. All right, we're back. That's from Sign of the Times. There's some hot stuff going on there on
it's so
stage.
hot. I think I should take off my jacket.
I think you should.
Oh,
Donnie, this is what keeps me interested now. I'll tell you now. This is it.
I think I'll do the rest of the interview like this. Now, Kat, I want to know about this romance with you and Prince. In real life. I'm not talking about the movie. Of course, there was rumors of, I don't know if it's true or not, but Prince and Sheila E., Prince and Sheena Easton, Prince and Vanity, Prince and Apollonia.
Well, you have to understand, anytime Prince works with a female, it's always, that's his new girlfriend.
Yeah.
So if I told you I wasn't, you wouldn't believe me anyway, right?
I would if you told me. I don't know about our 16 million viewers, but I would.
No, we're really close. He's a great person. I don't even think of it as something really serious. It's just he's a great person to work with.
Okay.
He's a lot of fun, and that's enough for me.
Okay. Well.
Believe it or not.
We're trying to make this thing really serious on here now.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
This is another thing here, but this is something else.
All right. Well, after taking your jacket off, I guess all we can say is you got to look. This is Prince. What a way to get into this video. Oh, I'm so bad at transition. We got a cat moving on that one. We aren't careful. She's going to be up here dancing in my living room in a minute. Hey, feel free. I've seen you dance. I would love to be able to show that on TV. Not with me, though. I mean, we have to get someone that can really dance with you. Now, we were talking about the video. You got the look. You were telling me about the concept of it. It's kind of a competition between you and Sheena Easton, right?
But I get him at the end.
Oh, that's what that's about. You won, huh?
Yeah, I like that part.
Now, if rumors are true, then Prince has got 3 of his women in that video.
If
You, Sheila E. and Sheena
Those
Easton.
rumors aren't true. People believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
They're not
All right,
true.
well, let me ask you about one more, all right? First of all, Prince is such a fascinating character, obviously, and maybe I shouldn't call him a character. And then, again, maybe I should. But I read an article in one of these supermarket tabloids.
Oh, God.
I read all those things. I love it.
Okay, the inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah. Oh, National Enquirer is classy next to the things I read. But this one article was about Prince's communicating with his people through the mind, that he doesn't speak anymore, that he recently fired was it a bodyguard? No, it was a limo driver because he drove him to the wrong restaurant. And when he got there, Prince said, "Why'd you bring me?" He says, "This is where you told me to bring you." He said, "But I changed my mind." You didn't pick up on that? Now, I believe that when I read it. I believe what I read.
That's not true.
It's not true.
No, he's Prince. If he has something to say to you, trust me, he'll say it.
He definitely will say it.
He does not bite his tongue.
He will say it.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. All that other stuff is such fascinating reading now.
So untrue.
And I guess that's why
I
they
heard
write
that
it.
you were
Huh?
Cool and the Gang's brother.
Well, in a way, I mean,
What's
we
the
both
guy
from
name?
the same continent originally.
What's his name? JT?
JT, James Taylor.
Yeah. So?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not his brother.
Exactly. See?
So
Not true. Rumor.
I have a question for you.
What?
Why did they call you the love bug back in Detroit? I never understood that.
Well.
You're sweaty. Okay. Okay. We understand.
See, that's unfair. He's from Detroit. Well, it's my old radio days. Donnie the Love Bug Simpson.
Simpson,
It's because
right.
I drove a Volkswagen. It was the
Is that
love
what it was?
bug.
The love bug.
Brooks, sure.
Coming up with those old stories. How dare you?
Right.
Don't let me start asking questions again. Anyway, what is Billy Sparks up to these days? We know Billy, is Billy still working with Prince? He's from Detroit. We had him on the show with Jerome about almost 2 years ago now.
Yeah, he's still working with Prince, yes.
What is it like working at Paisley Park Complex? You got so much going on there. This is, well, first of all, I guess we should tell them that this is like an entertainment complex. It's a combination of recording studios, rehearsal halls.
Right.
But there's so much going on there. When I was there, for instance, I understand you had the Muppets in recording.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
So you've done Muppets. And,
Oh, yeah.
But-
Lots of people come in to work there.
Like
It's a pleasant environment. I mean, there's nothing that can distract you. It's really quiet, and you can concentrate on what you're doing there. No one's there to bother you.
It's just a wonderful building, period, you know?
Well, you've been there.
Yeah. Well, I had never seen anything like that in my life, I have to tell you. I mean, it was so huge. And the rehearsal hall, I understand Kool and the Gang was the first group to go in there
Yeah, they
and
were.
rehearse their show.
Production
They go in
rehearsals.
and, production rehearsals before the concert goes out on tour. They go in and run through it there. And this thing, it looked to me like it was big enough to house the Victory Tour.
Yes, it is.
And it's just
But
amazing.
only it's the Sign of the Times tour.
Well, yeah. Is that being rehearsed now? Sign of the Times tour? Will we see
We are
that
working
tour here in the
now.
United
We are
States?
rehearsing.
Yeah, we're in
We are
rehearsals.
rehearsing.
In Minneapolis?
Yes.
Can I ask you when you will tour? When will Prince tour?
Well, at this point, we can't really give you a date on a tour because we don't know at this point, but we are planning on going out.
Can you give me a year? Can you give me a month?
Yeah,
88.
Sure.
Oh, it will be 88.
Yes,
we won't see it.
definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Early 88?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay. It won't be, from what I understand, the same tour that you did in Europe.
There'll be changes. A few changes
But it's
here
all
and
a
there.
surprise.
But yeah,
Okay.
We're full of surprises.
We're full of
you
them.
sure are.
Full of them.
Okay. What was it like touring Europe? I'm curious to know.
Oh, Europe was great. I mean, I loved it. The crowd was like, oh man, it's like, I can't explain it really, but they're really...
More into it than here in the United States?
Well, I won't say more into it, but they're really into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's a great crowd over there. They love us over there. We had a great time.
Okay. Let's take a look at another video now. This is Prince and I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man. A video saw. Okay, Prince and company. Can't say the revolution anymore because y'all aren't the revolution.
No, we're not.
Revolution is gone. Is there a name for this particular band?
Prince.
Prince, okay.
Brooks.
That is from the movie Sign of the Times, which is out at a theater near you. Now, what's it rated, by the way?
PG-13.
PG-13, so anyone can go, just about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You choreographed the Madhouse video, which we just started showing last week.
That was a lot of fun. That was a different project for me. The music was different, and working with the band was great. Madhouse, the drummer is really incredible, and the dancers were incredible, and Sam was incredible, the girl on the cover.
Yeah.
She's really fun to work with.
Okay. Speaking of girls on the cover, on the 12-inch Sign of the Times, there was this awesome body on the cover. And there was so much controversy surrounding that. I mean, we got letters, people saying, I know that's Prince, that's Prince's body. And then other people saying that was not. What is the story there?
That's actually me on the cover. And I've heard people say that's Prince, and he's heard people say, oh, that's Prince and drag, and we thought it was hilarious.
Yeah,
we just laughed.
We did.
It was so funny. I just thought it was, a lot of people say, don't you get upset? No way. It was so funny because I knew it was me, and, you know, it was just interesting how people react to different things. Oh, he shaved his legs and stuff like that, but that was really interesting.
Well, if Prince had a body like that, he'd probably just want to be with himself. Well, you must feel great to be a part of this whole thing right now. You're telling me a minute ago.
Happened to me.
Is that right? You're telling how exciting it is, how much energy's on stage.
There's so much energy coming from everybody, and Sheila E. is really incredible. I mean, this girl gives me chills when she does her drum solo. I'm backstage screaming at the top of my lungs. I get chills, and she's so into what she's doing. And Bonnie, the voice she has, she can scream, and she can make the house come down. She's incredible. Everybody in the band is great. Everyone plays a part, and there's something in this band for everyone. Everyone. And so just being up there and being with Prince, and I know I've always idolized him, and it's not an intimate thing. It's just, he's great. I don't think there's anyone that could be as creative as he can, dance, play all his instruments. I've actually sat in the studio and watched him put down everything by himself, and I just go, oh my God, he's incredible. He really is.
You know, that is a dream of mine, is to sit in the studio with Prince, because I admire him too for the same reasons you just stated. And I've been told how he works in the studio, and I would just like to witness that one day. Put a word in for me, okay?
Sure. He's fun. He gets in there and he dances, and he knows exactly what he wants to do. It's not, well, let's see, what should I do next? He feels his music.
Well, that's what I was told. I was told that he cuts so quickly.
Oh,
I mean,
he does.
He can do 2 or 3 songs in a night if he wants.
Oh, yeah.
But I knew he must be that prepared, that he must know going in exactly what he wants.
He knows what he wants. He just goes in there and he does it and get out, and he smiles, and he's so much fun.
Yeah. It's like when he comes to rehearsal every day, he knows what he wants us to do. It's like, you know, he has it written out and everything.
Well, I'll tell you. He is, the other thing I admire is that the different directions he comes from, in dress, I mean, in everything, in the music. You know, it's like the last album has nothing to do with this one. It's just always changing.
That's what's interesting about him, too.
We are out of time. I really want to thank you for coming by.
Thanks for having us.
Next time, bring Shorty with you.
Hey.
Who?
Hey.
That studio might not ever happen.
No, really, we would love to have you bring Prince with you next time. Yeah, if you can. Okay?
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having
All right.
us.
And go see the movie. It's rated PG-13. If you're 13 or older, you can go see it. If you're younger, take your mama. God bless you. Madhouse coming up next with the Perfect 10 on Video Soul.